Ocean Drive, lights are shining on the water, far beyond the harbor line tonight. The Atlantic keeps a silver glow around them, like a dream that slowly comes alive. Palm trees move beneath the coastal skyline, while the evening traffic fades away. Every hotel facing toward the shoreline casts another reflection on the bay. Warm air drifts between the painted buildings, carrying distant voices through the dark, and the waterfront begins to tell its story, one small light at a time. Ocean Drive lights stretching through the night, across the water, soft and bright. Ocean Drive lights leading me along, like an old familiar seaside song. Sailboats rest beside the quiet marina, leaving gentle patterns on the tide. Far beyond the boardwalk and the palm trees, the city glows against the open sky. Every passing moment feels unbroken. Nothing rushes forward or behind, only waves beneath the distant moonlight, moving with the night. Ocean Drive lights stretching through the night, across the water, soft and bright. Ocean Drive lights leading me along, like an old familiar seaside song. Ocean Drive lights still shining on the bay, and the Atlantic keeps them till the break of day. Harbor lights are resting on the water, stretching far beyond the marina line. Every reflection drifting with the current seems to move together with the tide. A warm breeze follows down the coastal roadway, past the hotels facing toward the sea. And somewhere in the distance by the shoreline, a lonely sailboat disappears from view. The city slowly settles into light, and every corner seems to come alive. Harbor lights along the bay, shining softly all the way across the water, through the night, leaving silver trails behind. Harbor lights along the bay, guiding every passing wave, like a song that never fades, from the shoreline far away. Palm trees sway above the quiet boardwalk, drawing shadows on the pavement stones. The Atlantic carries distant conversations, blending with the rhythm of the shore. Far beyond the docks and coastal buildings, another ferry leaves a line of white, and every light reflected on the water feels a little brighter in the night. Harbor lights along the bay, shining softly all the way across the water, through the night, leaving silver trails behind. Harbor lights along the bay, guiding every passing wave, like a song that never fades, from the shoreline far away. Harbor lights along the bay still remain when crowds are gone, floating gently on the water till another day is born. Along the waterfront tonight, the harbor shines beyond the tide, and every light across the bay feels a little closer than before. The coastal road keeps winding by the ocean, past rows of palms beneath the evening sky. A distant ferry leaves a trail behind it that slowly fades where sea and skyline meet. The warm Atlantic air moves through the city, touching every corner near the shore. And somewhere near the edge edge of the marina, a lonely mast is swaying with the waves. Nothing seems to hurry on, everything remains. Along the waterfront, I follow every light, across the moving water, into the open night. Along the waterfront, the city softly glows, like a melody returning where the Atlantic flows. Small reflections gather near the harbor wall, drifting gently underneath the moon. The boardwalk stretches farther down the shoreline, past the places travelers gather through the year. Every building facing toward the ocean paints another picture on the bay, and every wave beneath the distant skyline carries one more light away. Along the waterfront, I follow every light, across the moving water, into the open night. Along the waterfront, the city softly glows, like a melody returning where the Atlantic flows. Along the waterfront, the lights remain in view, and the ocean keeps them shining long after midnight passes through. Atlantic breeze moving through the palm trees, carrying the city lights far across the bay. Atlantic breeze following the shoreline, like a distant melody that never fades away. The ocean stretches farther than the skyline, beyond the harbor resting in the dark. A line of lights along the coastal highway appears and disappears beside the shore. The waterfront is glowing in the distance, reflections drifting slowly with the tide, and every passing wave beneath the moonlight seems to hold another piece of night. Nothing feels too far away, nothing has to stay. Atlantic breeze moving through the palm trees, carrying the city lights far across the bay. Atlantic stands beside the sleeping marina, the sailboats gently rise and fall. A warm wind wanders through the seaside avenues, brushing against the walls of quiet hotels. Beyond the docks the water keeps on shining, drawing silver pathways through the dark, and every light reflected on the surface leaves a picture floating in my heart. The city and the ocean meet beneath the stars, holding every moment exactly as they are. Atlantic breeze moving through the palm trees, carrying the city lights far across the bay. Atlantic breeze following the shoreline like a distant melody that never fades away. Atlantic breeze still moving through the night across the water, beyond the fading light. Marina lights are floating on the water, beyond the docks where sailboats gently sway. A warm wind travels down the coastal roadway and carries distant echoes through the bay. The shoreline stretches farther toward the horizon, where scattered lights are resting on the sea, and every reflection drifting with the current moves as slowly as the night around me. The tide keeps rolling in, the city settles down. Marina lights shining on the water, drawing silver lines across the bay. Marina lights leading through the darkness like a distant song that chose to stay. The boardwalk follows every curve of coastline, past rows of palms that lean into the air. A ferry leaves a fading trail behind it and disappears beyond the harbor's edge. The ocean and the skyline stand together, neither one demanding to be seen, and all the lights along the waterfront become part of the same dream. its endless glow, holding every reflection where the quiet waters flow. Marina lights shining on the water, drawing silver lines across the bay. Marina lights leading through the darkness like a distant song that chose to stay. Marina lights still remain tonight, floating on the water long after midnight. Seaside Boulevard, wrapped in waves of light, leading toward the ocean through the heart of night. Seaside Boulevard, where the shoreline glows and every passing moment moves a little slow. The Atlantic stretches past the city skyline, beyond the harbor resting in the dark. Palm trees cast their shadows on the pavement as distant headlights leave a trail of sparks. A warm wind wanders through the waterfront district, touching every corner near the bay, while reflections drift beneath the coastal bridges and slowly fade into the tidal wave. The water keeps its silver glow, the city keeps its light. Seaside Boulevard, running by the ocean, every light is dancing on the moving tide. Seaside Boulevard, following the coastline like a road that always stays here by my side. The marina holds 1,000 small reflections, each one shining softly on the waves. Farther down the boardwalk by the shoreline, a ferry leaves another fading trace. The ocean breeze moves gently through the palm trees, bringing distant sounds from farther down the coast. And every light above the open water feels a little closer than before. Seaside Boulevard, running by the ocean, every light is dancing on the moving tide. Seaside Boulevard, following the coastline like a road that always Across Biscayne Bay tonight, 1,000 lights are drifting on the water, and every reflection seems to linger a little longer than before. The harbor slowly disappears behind me as the coastline opens toward the sea. Rows of palms are swaying in the distance beneath the sky that stretches endlessly. The Atlantic carries lines of silver motion beyond the boats resting near the shore, and every light above the darkened water feels brighter than it did before. Nothing breaks the flow. Nothing turns away. Across Biscayne Bay, the city shines forever, floating on the water like a ribbon made of light. Across Biscayne Bay, the shoreline glows beside me, following the ocean through the middle of the night. A coastal road winds softly by the marina, past quiet buildings facing toward the sea. The tide keeps drawing gentle patterns outward, then carries them beyond the harbor line. Far away, a ferry moves across the darkness, leaving only traces on the waves, and every light reflected on the surface slowly drifts away. The ocean and the skyline meet where shadows fade, holding every color the water chooses to save. Across Biscayne Bay, the city shines forever, floating on the water like a ribbon made of light. Across Biscayne Bay, the shoreline glows beside me, following the ocean through the middle of the night. Across Biscayne Bay, the lights remain in view, and the water keeps them shining long after passing through. Under the palm trees by the shoreline, The ocean carries ribbons of light far beyond the coastal avenue. The harbor glimmers through the night. A warm wind moves between the buildings, facing the Atlantic from afar, and every reflection on the water shines beneath the evening stars. The tide keeps rolling slowly, the city keeps its glow under the palm trees, where the shoreline meets the sea. Every light upon the water feels a little closer to me. Under the palm trees, where the coastal road unwinds, the Atlantic keeps on shining like a song across the tide. The boardwalk stretches past the marina, following the curve of the bay. Sailboats rest beside the harbor, while silver waves drift far away. A distant ferry crosses through the darkness, leaving only traces in its wake. And every light along the waterfront paints another picture on the waves. The ocean never rushes, the shoreline never fades. They stay beneath the city lights and carry them away. Under the palm trees, where the shoreline meets the sea, every light upon the water feels a little closer to me. Under the palm trees, where the coastal road unwinds, the Atlantic keeps on shining like a song across the tide. Under the palm trees, the lights remain tonight, floating on the water beneath the fading sky. Coastal air moving through the harbor lights, carrying reflections across the water tonight. Coastal air following the shoreline road through the distant city glow, where the Atlantic flows. The waterfront is shining in the distance, beyond the marina, resting by the bay. Palm trees draw their shadows on the pavement, while silver waves keep drifting far away. A ferry leaves a fading line behind it, then disappears where sea and skyline meet, and every light reflected on the water turns the harbor into something like a dream. The tide moves slowly on, the city stays awake. Coastal air moving through the harbor lights, carrying reflections across the water tonight. Coastal air following the shoreline road through the distant city glow, where the Atlantic flows. The boardwalk stretches farther toward the coastline, past rows of palms beneath the open sky. Warm winds wander through the seaside avenues and drift between the buildings facing wide. The ocean keeps its endless silver motion beyond the docks and vessels standing still, and every light above the darkened surface seems to linger longer than it will. The sea and city meet without a sound, holding every moment before it settles down. Coastal air moving through the harbor lights, carrying reflections across the water tonight. Coastal air following the shoreline road through the distant city glow, where the Atlantic flows. Coastal air still moving through the night, past the harbor lights and out beyond the tide. Along the shoreline where the ocean meets the light, I can see the city shining far beyond the tide. Along the shoreline, every wave knows where to go, and every light upon the water moves a little slow. The Atlantic stretches past the distant harbor, beyond the ferries resting near the bay. Palm trees lean above the coastal promenade, while reflections drift and fade away. The waterfront is glowing through the darkness, a line of silver reaching toward the sea, and every building facing toward the shoreline becomes part of the scenery. The wind keeps carrying telling stories through the night. Along the shoreline where the city meets the sea, every light becomes another moment drifting free. Along the shoreline where the coastal road unwinds, the Atlantic keeps on shining beyond the edge of time. The boardwalk follows every curve of coastline, past quiet cafes, looking toward the waves. A sailboat leaves a distant shape upon the water, then slowly disappears into the haze. Far away, the Marina Lights are glowing, scattered like reflections in the sky, and every passing current on the surface carries them a little farther by. The ocean keeps its rhythm, the city keeps its glow, together through the darkness, along the roads we know. Along the shoreline where the city meets the sea, every light becomes another moment drifting free. Along the shoreline where the coastal road unwinds, the Atlantic keeps on shining beyond the edge of time. Along the shoreline, the lights remain tonight, floating on the water beneath the fading sky. Bayside hotel lights across the avenue glow above the sidewalks lined with swaying trees. Open balconies are watching over midnight, while distant voices travel with the breeze. A doorman stands beside the marble entrance. Guests arrive and slowly disappear. The boulevard keeps stretching toward the coastline, leaving only scattered colors in the air. Another hour passes without a single sound. Bayside hotel lights shining through the palm trees, high above the avenue where the warm wind flows. Bayside hotel lights keeping watch above the city, like familiar faces everybody knows. Small cafes are closing one by one this evening. Photos are stacked beneath the neon signs. The lobby windows hold a quiet conversation, with every passing shadow drifting by. A taxi turns the corner near the boulevard, then vanishes beyond the rows of trees, leaving only soft illumination resting on the street with ease. The night moves slowly through the hotel halls, lingering a little longer before the silence falls. Bayside hotel lights shining through the palm trees, high above the avenue where the warm wind flows. Bayside hotel lights keeping watch above the city, like familiar faces everybody knows. Bayside hotel lights still glowing from above, watching over empty streets long after midnight comes. The last boardwalk lies ahead tonight, beneath rows of palms and fading signs. A warm breeze follows the empty pathway as the night settles into its final hours. The souvenir shops have closed their doors now, their colors resting underneath the dark. Only scattered footsteps echo softly across the wooden planks beside the shore. A paper cup remains upon a table outside a cafe closing for the night, and distant laughter slowly disappears beyond the avenue of passing lights. The crowds have all gone home, the boulevard grows still. The last boardwalk, holding on to every shadow. The last boardwalk, watching every moment fade. The last boardwalk, where the warm wind keeps on wandering, long after all the voices have slipped away. A bicycle leans against a railing beside a bench that's waiting all alone. The palm trees draw their patterns on the pavement, while quiet streets stretch farther toward the coast. A final taxi crosses through the distance and disappears beyond the sleeping town, leaving only rows of glowing hotel windows looking down upon the ground. Some places never leave you, even when you walk away. They stay inside the silence at the end of every day. The last boardwalk, holding on to every shadow. The last boardwalk, watching every moment fade. The last boardwalk, where the warm wind keeps on wandering, long after all the voices have slipped away. The last boardwalk, still waiting by the shore, as the city slowly closes. Another day once more. The road ahead is growing wider as the city slowly falls behind. A final line of distant buildings fades into the edge of night. The boulevard that carried countless evenings now disappears beyond the rearview glass. Rows of palms become a quiet silhouette as familiar streets are left behind at last. The hotel standing near the coastline shrink into a scattering of lights, and every corner that once felt so close becomes a smaller part of the night. Nothing truly disappears, it only moves farther away. Leaving Miami with the lights still in my eyes. Leaving Miami while the coastline fades from sight. Every road I followed, every place I came to know, stays somewhere beyond the darkness, long after I let go. The airport road stretches toward the horizon, past sleeping avenues and empty lanes. A few last signs remain above the highway, then slowly vanish into the distance. The warm air lingers through the open window for a little longer than before, like the city trying not to leave me as I move away once more. Some nights stay beside you even after they are gone, like a melody continuing after the final song. Leaving Miami with the lights still in my eyes. Leaving Miami while the coastline fades from sight. Every road I followed, every place I came to know, stays somewhere beyond the darkness, long after I let go. Leaving Miami, the city grows small behind me, but somewhere in the distance, its lights are still shining. Ocean drive, lights are shining on the water, far beyond the harbor line tonight. The Atlantic keeps a silver glow around them, like a dream that slowly comes alive. Palm trees move beneath the coastal skyline, while the evening traffic fades away. Every hotel facing toward the shoreline casts another reflection on the bay. Warm air drifts between the painted buildings, carrying distant voices through the dark, and the waterfront begins to tell its story, one small light at a time. Ocean drive lights stretching through the night, across the water, soft and bright. Ocean drive lights leading me along, like an old familiar seaside song. Sailboats rest beside the quiet marina, leaving gentle patterns on the tide. Far beyond the boardwalk and the palm trees, the city glows against the open sky. Every passing moment feels unbroken. Nothing rushes forward or behind, only waves beneath the distant moonlight, moving with the night. Ocean drive lights stretching through the night, across the water, soft and bright. Ocean drive lights leading romantic keeps them till the break of day. Harbor lights are resting on the water, stretching far beyond the Marina line. Every reflection drifting with the current seems to move together with the tide. A warm breeze follows down the coastal roadway, past the hotels facing toward the sea. And somewhere in the distance by the shoreline, a lonely sailboat disappears from view. The city slowly settles into light, and every corner seems to come alive. Harbor lights along the bay, shining softly all the way across the water, through the night, leaving silver trails behind. Harbor lights along the bay, guiding every passing wave, like a song that never fades from the shoreline far away. Palm trees sway above the quiet boardwalk, drawing shadows on the pavement stones. The Atlantic carries distant conversations, blending with the rhythm of the shore. Far beyond the docks and coastal buildings, another ferry leaves a line of white, and every light reflected on the water feels a little brighter in the night. Harbor lights along the bay, shining softly all the way across the water, through the night, leaving silver trails behind. Harbor lights along the bay, guiding every passing wave, like a song that never fades from the shoreline far away. Harbor lights along the bay still remain when crowds are gone, floating gently on the water till another waterfront tonight. The harbor shines beyond the tide, and every light across the bay feels a little closer than before. The coastal road keeps winding by the ocean, past rows of palms beneath the evening sky. A distant ferry leaves a trail behind it that slowly fades where sea and skyline meet. The warm Atlantic air moves through the city, touching every corner near the shore. And somewhere near the edge of the marina, a lonely mast is swaying with the waves. Nothing seems to hurry on, everything remains. Along the waterfront, I follow every light, across the moving water into the open night. Along the waterfront, the city softly glows like a melody returning where the Atlantic flows. Small reflections gather near the harbor wall, drifting gently underneath the moon. The boardwalk stretches farther down the shoreline, past the places travelers gather through the year. Every building facing toward the ocean paints another picture on the bay, and every wave beneath the distant skyline carries one more light away. Along the waterfront, I follow every light, across the moving water into the open night. Along the waterfront, the city softly glows like a melody returning where the Atlantic flows. Along the waterfront, the lights remain in view, and the ocean keeps them shining long after midnight passes through. Atlantic breeze moving through the palm trees, carrying the city lights far across the bay. Atlantic breeze following the shoreline like a distant melody that never fades away. The ocean stretches farther than the skyline, beyond the harbor resting in the dark. A line of lights along the coastal highway appears and disappears beside the shore. The waterfront is glowing in the distance, reflections drifting slowly with the tide. And every passing wave beneath the moonlight seems to hold another piece of night. Nothing feels too far away, nothing has to stay. Atlantic breeze moving through the palm trees, carrying the city lights far across the bay. Atlantic breeze following the shoreline like a distant melody that never fades away. The boardwalk bends beside the sleeping marina, the sailboats gently rise and fall. A warm wind wanders through the seaside avenues, brushing against the walls of quiet hotels. Beyond the docks the water keeps on shining, drawing silver pathways through the dark. And every light reflected on the surface leaves a picture floating in my heart. The city and the ocean meet beneath the stars, holding every moment exactly as they are. Atlantic breeze moving through the palm trees, carrying the city lights far across the bay. Atlantic breeze following the shoreline like a distant melody that never fades away. Atlantic breeze still moving through the night across the water, beyond the fading light. Marina lights are floating on the water, beyond the docks where sailboats gently sway. A warm wind travels down the coastal roadway and carries distant echoes through the bay. The shoreline stretches farther toward the horizon, where scattered lights are resting on the sea, and every reflection drifting with the current moves as slowly as the night around me. The tide keeps rolling in, the city settles down. Marina lights shining on the water, a distant song that chose to stay. The boardwalk follows every curve of coastline, past rows of palms that lean into the air. A ferry leaves a fading trail behind it and disappears beyond the harbor's edge. The ocean and the skyline stand together, neither one demanding to be seen, and all the lights along the waterfront become part of the same dream. Far away the Atlantic keeps its endless glow, holding every reflection where the quiet waters flow. Marina lights shining on the water, drawing silver lines across the bay. Marina lights leading through the darkness like a distant song that chose to stay. Marina lights still remain tonight, floating on the water long after midnight. Seaside Boulevard, wrapped in waves of light, leading toward the ocean through the heart of night. Seaside Boulevard, where the shoreline glows and every passing moment moves a little slow. The Atlantic stretches past the city skyline, beyond the harbor resting in the dark. Palm trees cast their shadows on the pavement as distant headlights leave a trail of sparks. A warm wind wanders through the waterfront district, touching every corner near the bay, while reflections drift beneath the coastal bridges and slowly fade into the tidal wave. The water keeps its silver glow, the city keeps its light. Seaside Boulevard, running by the ocean, every light is dancing on the moving tide. Seaside Boulevard, following the coastline like a road that always stays here by my side. The marina holds 1,000 small reflections, each one shining softly on the waves. Farther down the boardwalk by the shoreline, a ferry leaves another fading trace. The ocean breeze moves gently through the palm trees, bringing distant sounds from farther down the coast. And every light above the open water feels a little closer than before. Seaside Boulevard, running by the ocean, every light is dancing on the moving tide. Seaside Boulevard, following the coastline, like a road that always stays here by my side. Seaside Boulevard, still shining from afar, between the sea and city, beneath the scattered stars. Across Biscayne Bay tonight, 1,000 lights are drifting on the water, and every reflection seems to linger a little longer than before. The harbor slowly disappears behind me as the coastline opens toward the sea. Rows of palms are swaying in the distance beneath a sky that stretches endlessly. The Atlantic carries lines of silver motion beyond the boats resting near the shore, and every light above the darkened water feels brighter than it did before. Nothing breaks the flow, nothing turns away. Across Biscayne Bay, the city shines forever, floating on the water like a ribbon made of light. Across Biscayne Bay, the shoreline glows beside me, following the ocean through the middle of the night. A coastal road winds softly by the marina, past quiet buildings facing toward the sea. The tide keeps drawing gentle patterns outward, then carries them beyond the harbor line. Far away, a ferry moves across the darkness, leaving only traces on the waves. and every light reflected on the surface slowly drifts away. The ocean and the skyline meet where shadows fade, holding every color the water chooses to save. Across Biscayne Bay, the city shines forever, floating on the water like a ribbon made of light. Across Biscayne Bay, the shoreline glows beside me, following the ocean through the middle of the night. Across Biscayne Bay, the lights remain in view, and the water keeps them shining long after passing through. Under the palm trees by the shoreline, the ocean carries ribbons of light. Far beyond the coastal avenue, the harbor glimmers through the night. A warm wind between the buildings, facing the Atlantic from afar, and every reflection on the water shines beneath the evening stars. The tide keeps rolling slowly, the city keeps its glow. Under the palm trees, where the shoreline meets the sea, every light upon the water feels a little closer to me. Under the palm trees, where the coastal road unwinds, the Atlantic keeps on shining like a song across the tide. The boardwalk stretches past the marina, following the curve of the bay. Sailboats rest beside the harbor, while silver waves drift far away. A distant ferry crosses through the darkness, leaving only traces in its wake. And every light along the waterfront paints another picture on the waves. The ocean never rushes, the shoreline never fades. They stay beneath the city lights and carry them away. Under the palm trees, where the shoreline meets the sea, every light upon the water feels a little closer to me. Under the palm trees, where the coastal road unwinds, the Atlantic keeps on shining song across the tide. Under the palm trees, the lights remain tonight, floating on the water beneath the fading sky. Coastal air moving through the harbor lights, carrying reflections across the water tonight. Coastal air following the shoreline road through the distant city glow, where the Atlantic flows. The waterfront is shining in the distance, beyond the marina, resting by the bay. Palm trees draw their shadows on the pavement, while silver waves keep drifting far away. A ferry leaves a fading line behind it, then disappears where sea and skyline meet. And every light reflected on the water turns the harbor into something like a dream. The tide moves slowly on, the city stays awake. Coastal air moving through the harbor lights, carrying reflections across the water tonight. Coastal air following the shoreline road through the distant city glow, where the Atlantic flows. The boardwalk stretches farther toward the coastline, past rows of palms beneath the open sky. Warm winds wander through the seaside avenues and drift between the buildings facing wide. The ocean keeps its endless silver motion beyond the docks and vessels standing still. And every light above the darkened surface seems to linger longer than it will. The sea and city meet without a sound, holding every moment before it settles down. Coastal air moving through the harbor lights, carrying reflections across the water tonight. Coastal air following the shoreline road through the distant city glow, where the Atlantic flows. Coastal air still moving through the night, past the harbor lights and out beyond the tide. ocean meets the light, I can see the city shining far beyond the tide. Along the shoreline, every wave knows where to go, and every light upon the water moves a little slow. The Atlantic stretches past the distant harbor, beyond the ferries resting near the bay. Palm trees lean above the coastal promenade, while reflections drift and fade away. The waterfront is glowing through the darkness, a line of silver reaching toward the sea, and every building facing toward the shoreline becomes part of the scenery. The wind keeps carrying stories through the night. Along the shoreline, where the city meets the sea, every light becomes another moment drifting free. Along the shoreline, where the coastal road unwinds, the Atlantic keeps on shining beyond the edge of time. The boardwalk follows every curve of coastline, past quiet cafes looking toward the waves. A sailboat leaves a distant shape upon the water, then slowly disappears into the haze. Far away, the Marina Lights are glowing, scattered like reflections in the sky, and every passing current on the surface carries them a little farther by. The ocean keeps its rhythm, the city keeps its glow, together through the darkness, along the roads we know. Along the shoreline, where the city meets the sea, every light becomes another moment drifting free. Along the shoreline, where the coastal road unwinds, the Atlantic keeps on shining beyond the edge of time. Along the shoreline, the lights remain tonight, floating on the water beneath the fading sky. Bayside hotel lights across the avenue glow above the sidewalks lined with swaying trees. Open balconies are watching over midnight distant voices travel with the breeze. A doorman stands beside the marble entrance. Guests arrive and slowly disappear. The boulevard keeps stretching toward the coastline, leaving only scattered colors in the air. Another hour passes without a single sound. Bayside hotel lights shining through the palm trees, high above the avenue where the warm wind flows. Bayside hotel lights keeping watch above the city, like familiar faces everybody knows. Small cafes are closing one by one this evening. Chairs are stacked beneath the neon signs. The lobby windows hold a quiet conversation, with every passing shadow drifting by. A taxi turns the corner near the boulevard, then vanishes beyond the rows of trees, leaving only soft illumination resting on the street with ease. The night moves slowly through the hotel halls, lingering a little longer before the silence falls. Bayside hotel lights shining through the palm trees, high above the avenue where the warm wind flows. Bayside hotel lights keeping watch above the city, like familiar faces everybody knows. Bayside hotel lights still glowing from above, watching over empty streets long after midnight comes. The last boardwalk lies ahead tonight, beneath rows of palms and fading signs. A warm breeze follows the empty pathway as the night settles into its final hours. The souvenir shops have closed their doors now, their colors resting underneath the dark. Only scattered footsteps echo softly across the wooden planks beside the shore. A paper cup remains upon a table outside a cafe, closing for the night, and distant laughter slowly disappears passing lights. The crowds have all gone home. The boulevard grows still. The last boardwalk, holding on to every shadow. The last boardwalk, watching every moment fade. The last boardwalk, where the warm wind keeps on wandering, long after all the voices have slipped away. A bicycle leans against a railing beside a bench that's waiting all alone. The palm trees draw their patterns on the pavement, while quiet streets stretch farther toward the coast. A final taxi crosses through the distance and disappears beyond the sleeping town, leaving only rows of glowing hotel windows, looking down upon the ground. Some places never leave you, even when you walk away. They stay inside the silence at the end of every day. The last boardwalk, holding on to every shadow. The last boardwalk, watching every moment fade. The last boardwalk, where the warm wind keeps on wandering, long after all the voices have slipped away. The last boardwalk, still waiting by the shore, as the city slowly closes. Another day once more. The road ahead is growing wider as the city slowly falls behind. A final line of distant buildings fades into the edge of night. The boulevard that carried countless evenings now disappears beyond the rearview glass. Rows of palms become a quiet silhouette as familiar streets are left behind at last. The hotel standing near the coastline shrink into a scattering of lights, and every corner that once felt so close becomes a smaller part of the night. Nothing truly disappears, it only moves farther away, leaving Miami the coastline fades from sight. Every road I followed, every place I came to know, stays somewhere beyond the darkness, long after I let go. The airport road stretches toward the horizon, past sleeping avenues and empty lanes. A few last signs remain above the highway, then slowly vanish into the distance. The warm air lingers through the open window for a little longer than before, like the city trying not to leave me as I move away once more. Some nights stay beside you even after they are gone, like a melody continuing after the final song. Leaving Miami with the light still in my eyes, leaving Miami while the coastline fades from sight. Every road I followed, every place I came to know, stays somewhere beyond the darkness, long after I let go. Leaving Miami, the city grows small behind me, but somewhere in the distance, its lights are still shining.